Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Friday, March 4th slate of NBA and college basketball games. I'm super excited to hop into it. Today is also my mom's birthday, so shout out to my mom. I know she is definitely not going to be watching this video, but still, shout out to her. It is her birthday today, so just wanted to give that quick shout out. Next, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. At the time of recording this video, we are less than 200 subscribers away, and I do want to be able to hit that by my birthday, which is on March 13th. I can't do that without your guys' help, though, so if you guys are new, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Also, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still partnered with Prize Picks. So if you guys do find any of my picks that you guys do want to tail, and you guys are looking for a book to basically play them on, then you could definitely try out Prize Picks. Use my promo code King Sanders, and you guys will be getting a whenever you sign up, and you will be getting a 100% match deposit match bonus, so up to $100. So just something to think about if you guys were interested. Lastly, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to all of our members. I'll have my editor flash those up on the screen. Thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance. Obviously, I do this for you guys. I love to be able to help you guys with picks. I love to be able to help you guys with like just winning money in general. So that is kind of what we're doing. So thank you guys so much for all of that. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. We'll do a quick recap as of yesterday. Technically, one of the games is still going on, but the bet's not going to hit, so I just decided to record a little bit early, get some more sleep, so that's kind of what we're doing. So, first play of the day, the first play that we had was Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. That one cashes pretty easily. It cashes at some point in the third quarter. There was really no reason for it to be that low, truthfully, especially with no Jaylen Brown. There was just no reason for it. So that one ended up working out for us. This is the one that's still going on, but there's just no shot for it. Terrence Mann over 6.5 rebounds. I knew that line was high, but he had just been really good at rebounding the basketball, and I should have known that it was eventually going to stop. And, of course, the one time we bet it, of course, it does go under. So he, like, a little bit after halftime, he was still at 0 rebounds, so it's definitely not looking good. So odds are that one's going to be chalked up as an L unless he has a crazy rebounding second half. Then we had the Spurs minus 6.5 for Sacramento. Sacramento actually ended up winning outright by like 4 points, I believe. The Spurs just had a really rough game overall. But then our one college play that we did have was Illinois State minus 1.5, and that one ended up working out for us despite it being a pretty big sweat. So overall, we had a 2-2 day. We lost a little bit of juice, but I think, it's just the way it goes, especially after two really, really solid days, 3-1 days over the past couple days. So I'm perfectly fine with losing just a little bit of juice. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day today is going to be the Detroit Pistons +4 versus the Indiana Pacers at minus 110 odds. Detroit Pistons surprisingly have been a really solid team at covering their spread. They've actually covered in 5 of their last 6 games, including a cover last night versus the Toronto Raptors, who were a little bit banged up, but still, they still covered at the end of the day. So, I'm not gonna judge them for that, or whatever. And at home this year, Detroit, that is one of their truly great spots so far. They are 16-14 against the spread at home this year, or just as a home team in general. And on the second leg of a back-to-back, they're actually 6-5 against the spread. A lot of teams, if you look at their against the spread record on the second leg of a back-to-back, it is usually pretty negative. But this is one of the few teams that does have a positive against the spread record on the second leg of a back-to-back. I guess they just don't really need that rest nearly as much. I guess they are a much younger team than some of the other teams, but I don't know. In Indiana, they haven't really been, the greatest recently. They have just covered in 2 of their last 4 games. Now, with Halliburton on the floor, you can definitely tell that they are a better team. But I just think this is a situation where Detroit is kind of the just the hotter team of the two as of right now. And Indiana on the road this year, they are just 14, 16, and 1 against the spread as a road team this year. So I definitely think we see a pretty big advantage here for Detroit. So we're going to be riding with it. Detroit +4 versus Indiana at -110 odds. Our second play of the day, this line doesn't even make sense to me. It's going to be Darius Garland over 19.5 points versus the Philadelphia 76ers at -120 odds. Now, I don't know why this line's so low. Is it a trap line? Probably. And if I fall for the trap and it, goes the opposite direction, I'm fine with it. I'm truly fine with it because this is just so disrespectful to a guy like Darius Garland, truthfully. Darius Garland has cashed this exact line and dropped at least 20 points in 5 straight games, and the game right before that, so the 6th game, he had 19, so finished right on the hook. Dude's been really good at scoring the basketball this year, and you can tell he's kind of the main bucket getter for this Cleveland Cavaliers offense. And versus the Philadelphia 76ers, Darius Garland has scored 20 points in 2 of his last 3 games versus Philadelphia. So he's been able to put up points on this team despite Philadelphia being a pretty decent defensive team. But Philadelphia did just trade for James Harden. And let's be honest, we all know James Harden does not help that defensive team or that team on defense in any stretch of the imagination. So since James Harden has been there, if you take a look at the point guards for the opposing teams, he's played 3 games, 3 different teams. Or, well, I guess he's played 3 games. RJ has scored 30. RJ then, right before that, had a game where he scored 24. And the game right before that, D'Angelo Russell had 21. So the 2 point guards that have played the 76ers since James Harden has been there, all of them have dropped 20, and so I definitely think Darius Garland can do it again. And as of right now, the Philadelphia 76ers in their last 3 games, they are 17th in pace in their last 3, which is a huge upgrade from what they were before because they were 28th in pace. So they are playing at a much faster pace, giving the Cleveland Cavaliers a couple more possessions. So I really like our odds here. So that's going to be our second play of the day. Darius Garland over 19.5 points versus Philadelphia, -120 odds. Our third play of the day is going to be Trae Young over 8.5 assists versus Washington Wizards, -125 odds. Trae Young, we all know, is a great passer of the basketball. He's cashed in 9 of his last 11 games. And when it comes to the Wizards, they in their last 3 games, they have played at the 7th fastest pace in the entire NBA. And in the last 3 games, they've given up the 9th most assists per game to opposing teams. And versus the Washington Wizards, Trae Young has really done his thing still. He has cashed in 3 of his last 4 games. And it does look like John Collins is listed as questionable for this game, so we could see him back, which is just another asset for Trae Young, just another guy to pass to. So I really like our odds there. Trae Young over 8.5 assists versus Washington at -125 odds. And then our college play of the day is going to be St. Bonaventure -4 versus Richmond. St. Bonaventure, they have covered in 6 of their last 8 games so far, so they are just kind of the hotter team as of right now. And Richmond, they have only covered in 1 of their last 7, so there's really, they just haven't been a great team at covering. They're still a very solid basketball team. It's just not when it comes to covering. And as an underdog this year, Richmond is just 2-4 against the spread. And as a road underdog this year, Richmond is just 2-3 against the spread. So pretty much everything is pointing to St. Bonaventure, so I really like our odds there. So that's going to be our 4th and final play of the day, St. Bonaventure -4 versus Richmond. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subscribers away, and I want to be able to hit that by my birthday. So, and I think we can do it. We just, if you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that sub button. But, yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.